Once upon a time, there was a world shrouded in darkness and fear, ruled by a cruel and ruthless individual. This being, known as the Supreme Regent, governed with an iron fist and was adored by many as if they were a deity. However, there were those who were not fooled by their apparent divinity and silently resisted their oppression. In this gloomy world, something strange began to occur. Children born into the humblest and most oppressed families started to exhibit unexpected genetic enhancements. These improvements granted them superhuman strength, exceptional intelligence, and even extraordinary physical features such as wings or horns. The news of these births spread quickly, evoking both fear and hope in the hearts of the people. For the Supreme Regent, this situation was unacceptable. As an egocentric and powerful being, they could not tolerate anyone potentially becoming superior to them. Their fanatical followers shared the belief that only the Supreme Regent should possess unique abilities and powers. Consequently, the Supreme Regent decreed that all children born with these genetic enhancements must be eliminated, as they posed a threat to their position of supremacy. Amidst this atmosphere of anguish, fear, and desperation, there was a family awaiting the arrival of their first child. As the pregnancy progressed, anxiety and fear consumed them. They knew that their child could be born with these genetic enhancements and dreaded that the Supreme Regent would order their execution. The parents lived in hiding, concealed within the shadows, taking every possible precaution to avoid discovery. With each passing day, their fear grew that their child would not have a normal life, that they would be condemned from the moment of their birth. Finally, the day of birth arrived. The family sought refuge in a secret location, far from the gaze of the Supreme Regent and their followers. The mother gave birth amidst the darkness, her heart filled with equal parts hope and fear. As the baby came into the world, everyone held their breath. To the family's surprise, there were no evident genetic enhancements on the tiny body. The baby was perfectly normal, without wings, horns, or superhuman abilities. The family breathed a sigh of relief, yet a mixture of sadness and anger lingered within them. They knew that the world they lived in remained a dark and oppressive place. Although their child had not been born with genetic enhancements, they were aware that others would not be as fortunate. Over time, this family became champions for the oppressed, secretly fighting against the regime of the Supreme Regent. Through their bravery and determination, they began to spread a message of hope and resistance, inspiring others to join their cause. Meanwhile, children with genetic enhancements continued to be born in the world, intensifying the struggle for their survival. The story of the family who had escaped the persecution of the Supreme Regent became a symbol of resistance, and the seeds of profound change started to sprout in the hearts of those yearning for freedom. As the story unfolded, the darkness of the Supreme Regent's reign clashed with the light of hope, and the fight for freedom and equality became an inevitable confrontation. And so, in the twilight of the night, a revolution began to take shape, fueled by the courage of a family that refused to succumb to the fear and terror imposed by the tyrant.